You're tuned into Sports from the Hoodwood, the internet's foremost location for no-nonsense commentary, insight, and opinions on the world of sports. Here, now live in living color, backed by popular demand. Your host, KJ Green.
Live and in living color from the Hoodwood. I'm KJ Green. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh, now the World Cup is now down to two teams. France playing an absolute snoozer of a game against Belgium, but winning 1-0. Will now face Croatia, who won an absolutely thrilling game, 2-1 against England in extra time. England scored 5 minutes into the game, and you could already hear the English fans going, oh, we're going to the final, yeah? No, you're not going to the final, because Croatia made the game level in the 63rd minute. And then in extra time, in the 109th minute, I love when soccer goes to their extra time, 2 15-minute halves, and it's just, you can feel the tension just tripping off the screen. But I knew the English were going to blow it. As sure as I'm standing here, or sitting here actually, as sure as I'm sitting here, the English all happy with a 1-0 lead. What happens? Croatia levels the game, and then in extra time, they take the lead, and you just look at the English falling apart, having used all their substitutions. The man that scored the goal coming up lame, and they're essentially playing with 10 men because of injury, and Croatia's just dribbling out the clock, finishing the game. And that was pretty much it. Now, France beating Belgium in an absolutely snoozing defensive, plotting defensive style is probably the very reason why most people in the U.S. hate soccer. Me, myself, I've never been a big fan of it until just recently. I can watch it with the best of them. I enjoy the Premier League. Can check out an MLS game or two. And we all know that I'm a big fan of FC Cincinnati, which will be going into the MLS next year. But watching the French play is like watching paint dry. It makes your head hurt. Their style is plotting. They get a goal and they sit back and play defense. And Lord help you if, like the Belgians, the French scored fairly early in the game, and the Belgians basically were running into traps, running into plotting style, defensive oriented. It's like back in the 90s when the New Jersey Devils won the Stanley Cup, and they were doing this whole left wing lock. It was just mind-numbing to watch because they basically took all the offense out of the game. Same way the French are doing. Now, the Croatians play a fairly quick style. They attack in open space. I am really, really, really glad the English got beat for a couple of reasons. Now, fortunately, you can bash me all you want. I really don't think I could have taken all the hype surrounding the English meeting the French in the final. Had that happened, I would have probably went somewhere and put my head in an oven or in a freezer, something like that, for 2 hours, so I wouldn't have to listen to it. The English and the French would have been knocking each other from today to the end of Sunday when the final had already been played. The media would have been reminding us that the English haven't won the World Cup since 1966. You would have heard that ad infinitum. I'm really glad that most of the ESPN talk shows have been paused for Wimbledon. And Wimbledon is having a really, really good tournament. It's fun to watch. You know, it's one of those things where had the English, had the Three Lions made the final, it would have been a media nightmare. But now you have a Croatian team, plucky Croatian team, the smallest country to ever make a World Cup final. Have rallying from a goal down to beat England. They believe they can win it all. And I having had root for the Belgians to win it, actually think they have the chops to do it. That's a team that you can get behind and watch them play smartly. Thank heavens the English are out of it, and I don't care. You can bash me all you want to. I really don't care. We'll just hear the English fans continue to whine about them being so luckless. Oh, pity the poor English. They get no love. Everyone hates them, except their own fans. Whine, 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 whine. Anyway, moving on to some quick hits. This whole mess with Kyrie Irving, now he's not happy in Boston. Now he wants to explore other options. He's going to be coming up as a free agent after this coming season. And he wants to go to the Knicks. Are you serious? The New York Knickerbockers? Really? Are they still in this league? That's another question. When have the New York Knicks been relevant? I guess Kyrie Irving wants to be a good player on a bad team. Didn't he get enough of that the 4 years he was in Cleveland before Bron came back? Why isn't he happy being in Boston with a good young core that is going to be East dominant? That team could win 60 games next year and not break a sweat. Yeah, I know. There's another good team in the East in Philly. And I am going to absolutely enjoy watching those head-up battles. The problem is Kyrie Irving, for some reason, doesn't feel like he's appreciated enough. He wants to be a player who attracts other free agents to a market. And that if you can win in New York, you'll be considered a rock god. Think about it. The Giants won the Super Bowl a few years ago. People are still lionizing Eli Manning for winning that Super Bowl 6 years ago. The Yankees haven't won the World Series since 2009. Heck, they haven't been relevant in baseball as a baseball power in probably 5 or 6 years, if not longer. The Jets haven't won a thing since '68. The Knicks, the last time the Knicks won the NBA Finals, I was still in diapers. Literally in diapers. It's 1973. But Kyrie Irving wants to go to New York thinking he can win. The Knicks can't win. The Knicks aren't built to win. Not right away. And if Kyrie Irving wants to go to New York and thinks he's going to be some sort of savior, he's sadly mistaken. And then there's Kawhi Leonard. This is starting to get ridiculously stupid. Kyrie Irving and Kawhi Leonard are both going to play for their teams next year. Kyrie's going to play for the Celtics. And more than likely, Kawhi Leonard will be playing most of the season for the San Antonio Spurs. Both of them are in their walk years. Both of them are in their free agent years. And both have made it very clear that they are not happy where they are and are looking to go elsewhere. Kyrie, not so much as Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard has said repeatedly he wants to go to L.A. Now he doesn't want to go to the Lakers because LeBron is there. You really think Kawhi Leonard would do anything with the Los Angeles Clippers? The Clippers have been on a downward arc over the last 3 or 4 years. And considering that DeAndre Jordan has already left, Chris Paul is 2 years removed from being gone, and Kawhi Leonard thinks that he can carry a team. I mean, and no disrespect to Doc Rivers, a coach I respect very much, but Doc Rivers ain't Pop. Pop is a better coach, period. Kawhi Leonard is basically sitting around and whining and crying. And he's not being very candid with the media. He's not saying anything to the media. And this is making for more and more of a mess in basketball-wise. These dramas need to be played out. And unfortunately, they're going to be played out over the next 12 months. Where are these players going to go? Who are they going to end up with? No one's going to be happy. A couple more quick hits. Speaking of money, Cristiano Ronaldo is leaving Real Madrid to play with Juventus. Juventus paid a transfer fee of $137 million. That's not what they're paying the five-time Ballon d'Or winner. That's what Juventus is paying just to get his rights. Now, Real Madrid is basically sitting back thinking, oh no, we suck again. Well, Real Madrid is not going to say, oh no, we suck again. They're going to be a good team regardless because they're going to be able to attract players all over Europe. But Cristiano Ronaldo at 33 is what LeBron James is in basketball, in soccer. If you've never seen this man play, find some tapes. If you have never seen this man play, I don't know why you're listening to this show, because most people, sports fans, know who Ronaldo is and know how good he is. But $137 million just to get his rights? Oy vey. And another quick hit real quick. The Reds scored 7 runs in the top of the 9th inning Tuesday night to stun the Tribe. Tito Francona's pitching coach misheard him and got the wrong reliever warmed up. And you can see Tito Francona's face like, wait a minute, that's not who I wanted. But the one player he wanted was not warmed up. So this reliever, who had pitched in 4 of the last 5 games, came in. He was tired. You could tell. And a reliever that is tired going against Joey Votto is a recipe for disaster. Joey Votto stung a double to the right center field gap with the bases loaded. Reds down by a run, clearing the bases. And it was the first time in nearly 100 years that the Reds had won a game after being shut out for the first 8 innings and being down to their last out, down 7 or more runs. The last time that happened, 1919. That's just insane. Come back for Fat Dap and Head Slap if I could talk. I'd be dangerous. We'll get all the bugs worked out and come right back.